Yo guys, welcome back to my channel. If you've not done already, click the subscribe button and follow me across all my social media platforms. Links are in the description box below. 300 subs guys, we just hit it, so thank you very much for you guys, your continuous support. Listen, you guys have been amazing. I love you guys. You guys are the best, man. So big you guys up as well. Try to get to 500 as well. You guys can share the videos, actually that would help out a lot. We try to do it a lot more regularly, reactions, top topics, etc. You guys get the gist, okay? But also guys, yeah, like I've been looking a little bit rough recently. Apologies guys, I need to go to my barbers. I just couldn't find the time around my schedule, but we're here for today's video, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. First and foremost, happy birthday to Bob Arum. Bob Arum is 90 years of age. He's still promoted, he's not retired, he's still got to be strong. I'm not sure when he will retire or if he's planning on retiring. I think he's one of those ones that he's just going to, like, when the doctors say time's up, that's when time's going to be up. And I don't even think it's going to be the case. But big up Bob Arum, 90 years of age. He's done a lot of stuff in the sport of boxing. And I'm going to read through a couple of the stuff that he's done in sport boxing, both good and bad. He's got a weird character. And over the last couple of years, I don't know what's been going on with my man. He's been constantly flip-flopping on what he was saying. He's like an old man. That's the best way to describe it. He's an old man. And like the way he was talking about Kate Abdo the other day, and the way he was talking to Mike Coffinger. I'm not going to repeat it, yeah, because this thing's going to get locked down, yeah, and I don't condone it. But the way he was talking to them, man, yo, it's mad, yeah. And he says, yeah, F Eddie Hearn. And then a minute later, we'll call Eddie Hearn and say, yeah, man, let's just schedule a fight. He's one of them type of guys at his age. But don't get it twisted, he's done a lot. And let me just read through some of the stuff he's done before we get to a couple of the controversies as well. Look, Bob Arum has promoted many good fighters, okay? First and foremost, he promoted Muhammad Ali, Roberto Duran, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Larry Holmes, yeah, Marvin Hagler, Alexis Agrulo, yeah, I keep pronouncing the name wrong, but it is what it is, yeah, Carlos Monzon, Iran Barkley, Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, he's promoted James Toney, and just the list goes on. Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd, brother, the list got Tyson Fury. We can go on all day. Big fights this guy's been involved in. Hagler Hearn, he's been involved in. Ali Fraser, he's been involved in. Muhammad Ali, Leon Spinks, and what else he been involved in? Holyfield Foreman, Foreman Mora. Bruv, this guy's been Julio Cesar Chavez versus Oscar De La Hoya. This guy has been around the block here. Some of the boxing fights I'm mentioning, these are like big boy things. These are not like little joke men, little bouts. This is big Muhammad Ali we're talking about here, yeah. So he's been promoted for that long. Since, wow, where did Muhammad Ali fight it? Muhammad Ali was fighting when my dad was like super young. So you know how much he's getting on. But he's had a few controversies. He's done a hell of a lot of stuff. Just a couple of things he's done. 1994, look, Barry Hearn pulls out one of his fighters. I think they were fighting in like Japan or something along those lines. But he pulls out one of his fighters because Bob Arum didn't pay the purse fees or didn't pay the fighters' wages. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, and you know when I hear Eddie Hearn talking about, oh yeah, all of my fighters get paid and they get paid on time. Yeah, Bob Arum hasn't. He can't really say the same thing. To the year 2000, he's testified to have paid the IBF president and bribed him for around £100,000 in 2 installments, and he didn't even pay all of it. He paid half of it. That's crazy. Yeah, imagine bribing someone, yeah, but not even paying all of it. Yeah, like. That just sums up Bob, man. That just really sums up Bob. In 2009, I think he was accused of a bit of racism. He called a couple of UFC fans skinheads and white guys. Right, you can't say that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff's a bit mad, yeah. He was sued by Oscar De La Hoya. He must have been sued by a bag of people. I'm not even going to rule them out, yeah. What else? He defended Antonio Margarito on his boxing license after he had illegal hand wraps. If you guys remember, as a fighter, he went into the ring with illegal hand wraps, and this is where a few of the laws changes shortly afterwards. A few of the regulations changed shortly afterwards. But Bob Arum was the guy who was backing him the whole way. He's like, yeah, but my man's all good. He's one of them dons, yeah. Even like a couple of years ago, like even he said Terence Crawford should start focusing on promoting himself a lot more. As a promoter, that's really your job, if that makes sense. You can't really say that after fighters won a fight, like you say next. I think that was after the Kell Brook fight. Can't really say them things. We cast out Mike Coppinger, told him, a journalist, by the way, if you guys don't know who Mike Coppinger is, and cussed him out and told him, yeah, F off, you little prick, yeah, in front of everyone. And like, he just walks up like it's calm. He really cussed off Kate Abdul, and yeah, he's done a lot of bad stuff, yeah. But overall, in terms of just Bob Arum, look, has he been an asset to boxing? Somewhat. Okay, he's done a whole lot of madness as well, but he's probably left the sport better because people can look at him as an example, as this is what not to do, and people can look at the fights that he's promoted and say this is what we should do. So overall, he's definitely impacted the sport in a positive way. I know it sounds crazy because it's constantly lying, but if you look at it from that perspective, whereby you're learning from his mistakes and you're learning from the things that he's doing well and the lessons learned from that, then I think he is a positive outcome of the sport. But let me know in the description box below if you guys think he's been an asset or downfall, etc. And yeah, one of his fighters that he promotes, this is another controversy, yeah, he campaigned for Vasily Lomachenko to be pushed to the WBC franchise belt, which is a belt where you can't really compete against anybody else. It's a bit like a god tier level belt, if that makes sense. Speaking of Vasily Lomachenko, he's fighting this weekend, Richard Commey, Ghanaian guy, big up my Ghana man. And yeah, people are really forgetting about Loma, because after his loss against Teofimo Lopez last year, they said, you know what, your time's up. I think it's about 34, 35 years of age or something along those lines, mid-30s, and people think, yeah, time's up for you, big man. You lost. Teo's the new guy, new Don. Let's go after him. But you know what? If he pulls off a great performance, provided that Tank had a questionable win against Isaac Cruz, Javante Tank, not Javante Tank Davis, Devin Haney had a how would I describe it? A dominating performance, but not an impressive performance against Jojo Diaz. Who else fought this weekend? Ryan Garcia has not scheduled any fight for the rest of 2021, so he's out of the picture. Teofimo Lopez lost to George Kambosos. Yeah, Lomachenko can really put his name back in the lights if he comes away with a great performance this weekend against Richard Commey. Okay, Richard Commey's still a joke of a fighter. Richard Commey's probably top 10 lightweights. So sort of after all of the kings, shall we say, so your George Kambosos, your Lopez's, your all of these guys, Lomas and etc. Maybe a couple of other people. You put him in and amongst the top 10 ranking in the lightweight division. So for me, if he does well, I might have to put him number 1 again. And I know it sounds stupid. Like people thinking, wow, like, that's wild, man. But who else can I put number 1? I can't put Lopez number 1 because Lopez has had a better resume than Lomachenko. Even though he's won against Lomachenko, I can't really put him because he just lost as well. They both have. Oh, Lopez got 2 lost on record. We're gonna have to. We'll do a list. We'll do a list next week, of the top lightweights and how I'd rank them. Yeah. So let me know how you rank them description box below. So that fight is coming on, and I'm going to do an analysis video in the next couple of days. And then the Conor Ben fight is fighting Chris Algieri. I'm going to break down that fight in the next couple of days as well. Thank you very much, you guys, for watching this video. Also, big thank you for everyone, man. Subscribe if we hit 300 subs. You guys are amazing. You guys are the best. I love you guys to pieces. Let's just get to 500 as soon as possible, and onwards and upwards for the channel, guys. I'm excited for what's to come. But you guys have been amazing, man. The comments have been amazing. Like, you lot show me hella love, man. And yeah, man, we've got a lot more to give to you guys. So thank you very much for watching this video, and watching the channel as well, guys. Yeah, it's only one way to leave it. Peace, love, and prosperity, guys. And I'm gonna see you guys in a bit. Peace.